Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing Ride 4. We're going to be using the brand new Yamaha MT-09, which is completely free in bonus pack DLC number 8, so head over to your store of your choice and download that whenever you get the chance. But first feedback is that this bike is very good. It feels very stable, and considering I've been playing a lot of MotoGP 21, it was a little bit difficult to adjust to, but after a couple of laps I did feel a little bit more comfortable on board the Yamaha. And I guess with this Yamaha being quite generous on the acceleration, doesn't seem to be too powerful. It seems to have a good amount of brakes though. Of course, this bike is upgraded to the highest maximum performance points. However, I did leave the mirrors and number plate on for a change, because I'd always take them off, and I thought, why not leave them on for a little bit of a change? So of course we are in here in Sugo just doing the target time attack, because this actually comes with 5 events, which is part of the MT-09 experience. And that is part of Ride 4 career mode, of course. So you can find that out in the invitational group or exhibition group, I do believe. I don't recall, but it's something like that. As we go a little bit too wide on SP out, almost touching the rumble strip on the right hand side there as we exited SP out as well. Now onto the very difficult right-hander for 11OR. It's a bit of a tough one, this one, so I didn't really remember where to take it. My lines have been a little bit wild since I last went on to this one, so yes. Navigated it pretty well nonetheless. Turn 14 and turn 15 navigated pretty well. Smooth acceleration, a lot of tucking. God, I missed the tucking button from MotoGP, but it's here obviously in Ride 4. And across the line we go, and that is a 1:31-ish, and absolutely smashed the lap time. So we now move over to Kanto. This is the south course of Kanto, this magnificent track. We are starting from the middle of the group, but you know the rules. We'll move over to one side, allow the AI to come through, and we will finally pick them off throughout this 3-lap Grand Prix. So South Course and North Course and Kanto in general has really grown on me over these couple of weeks and months of playing Ride 4. It used to be a case of where I wouldn't really look forward to it. I'd be like, okay, fine, we'll do Kanto. But now it's really grown on me, I must say. It's been in the game since probably Ride, maybe the first one, yeah? And I really enjoy it. I really like using this track. I think it's got a lot of different undulation. The corners are very nice. There's fast flowing corners. There's difficult braking zones as we try and go around the outside of 2 riders here. Sarah Hayes did not see that one coming. Beautiful move. Now chasing down the Japanese rider Takeru Muramoto. And we go around the outside of another one. Oh, not quite. Did think about taking the other Japanese rider, but was not close enough as we get closer and closer to the barrier on the right hand side there. Do not bump into that one if you can avoid it. Oh, goodness me. Tell you what is something different to MotoGP 21. MotoGP 21's actual collision detection is way better than Ride 4. I think Ride 4 took a step back because on MotoGP 19 the collision detection was very good. You could get very close to a ride without actually touching them. Here on Ride 4 you get close enough to them and it just classes as you bump them, even if you haven't actually touched them. Where MotoGP 21 is certainly improved upon that one, and now you can get as close to a rider as possible without actually bumping into them. Big thumbs up for MotoGP 21 of course, but this is Ride 4. And we are still 1 lap of 3 to be completed. We have Nayu Matsumoto ahead of us and Ellis Mercer, the Canadian. So we're going to be pushing hard as possible to try and chase these guys down. Now onto the right hand side for turn 16. And again, another right hand side corner for Burige 1. Gotta be careful on the acceleration. The acceleration to MotoGP is very different. So I'm still trying to find my feet back in Ride 4 once again. Braking roughly when you see the zebra crossing in a moment's time. This zebra crossing, the second zebra crossing of 2. Braking in, gently does it. Now following Ellis Mercer, we have another Japanese rider ahead, Izumi. So we're going to get closer and closer to the Canadian, around the outside, potentially from the inside. And I actually forgot what corner we were doing here. I actually thought we were on the north course, because I started slowing down and ready to chuck it into the left. But unfortunately, there isn't a left-hand turn. It's just to the right, well, straight on. So my mistake on that one. So we did lose a little bit of time, but we're still right behind. There's carnage ahead, carnage! Oh! Thank goodness that bike disappeared. I thought we were going to head straight for the barrier and that motorcycle. Goodness me. So we have avoided disaster so far, but we'll see how things transpire as this race continues, because of course we are on the penultimate lap already. So there's only a 3-lap sprint here in Kanto. I'm feeling a little bit more pressure because it's obviously a sprint race compared to the 5 laps or 7 laps we usually do. But I'm liking the difference of doing a shorter race because the tension seems to be high. I feel like I've got to have that sense of urgency to get through the pack as quick as possible, but at the same time keep it interesting for you guys, because there really isn't a point for me just to dash off into the distance, because it's not really fun for either of us. I'm not a big fan of just leading the Grand Prix by about minutes and laps and laps and laps. Although sometimes I do like to do that to see how well I can actually perform under the constant metronomic consistency. As we now go around the outside Sabina Ferry. I do love that move into the hairpin 1. Really like going round to around the outside and then chucking up on the inside. And of course with the hairpin here of turn 11, really, really well positioned to attack Ryan McKenzie. And we're still right on the rear of Ryan. Just give it a bit of time. We're going to be accelerating hard coming up to the right hand here. We are running a hard front and medium rear tyre. Of course, at the end of the game, for some strange reason, once you complete the laps and it comes up with the timing screen, the tyres are always backwards, and I have never understood why. It never used to be that way. I think it was just a glitch or something that's not been patched. But for some reason, the front tyre on the timing screen is the back tyre, and the rear tyre is actually the front. It's so silly. But yes, braking for the second zebra crossing, as I mentioned earlier. Using a little bit of rear brake there, sliding the motorcycle in. Careful to the touch of the curb. Ooh, a little bit out of shape there. There's Nora Newman, Valerie Tremblay getting further and further ahead. And as you can see, my throttle control is not quite the same as it used to be on Ride 4. Got a little bit of Ride 4 rust developing. And of course, MotoGP 21 habits are coming in. So of course, you can be a little bit different on acceleration. For this one, it seems like you have to be really gentle, but at the same time, it's confusing. Because on MotoGP, you have to be gentle with the brakes. You have to be gentle with the acceleration. Here, you can be aggressive as you want with the brakes, but the acceleration seems to be just maybe similar. But MotoGP still feels like it can give it a little bit more acceleration, unlike here, where that's a beautiful move on the inside of Gin 2. But it does feel like you have to be a little bit more gentle on the acceleration because I have traction control setting turned off. It's completely on 0 here on Ride 4, and it is on 3 on MotoGP. Now getting into the rear of the fellow British rider, Nora Newman, waiting and sizing her up. We'll try and watch her for a bit because I don't think we're going to make that move around the outside Shinrin 2. Now into Heavy for turn 8. Getting closer and closer to Nora Newman. We could potentially go around the outside here. It's going to be close, it's going to be neck and neck, because unless you're going to cut my nose off in the corner. And oh, cut my nose off. Beautifully done from Nora Newman. I can't expect the AI to do that, so I just pull to the left ever so slightly. But we could go around the outside here for the hairpin, for hairpin 1 into turn 10. Sound like a Jamaican when I said that one. Now going on the right hand side for turn 11, and that could be victory for DrAce on board this magnificent Yamaha MT, even running the road leathers for a change. As thankfully, shout out to Whizbang in the chat, he showed me that you can actually play with the Yamahas without using that hideous, absolutely hideous Yamaha MT livery and suit. So thank goodness I got rid of that one, so thank you to that one, mate. And then for the 90 degrees corner, navigated perfection. Turn 16, navigated well. Turn 17 for the Bourget 1. Get the smooth acceleration on the exit. That is much better. The front tyre is getting a little bit warm. The rear is a little bit cold, actually. But of course, when we start shoving it in everywhere, and maybe a bit of rear brake here on the second zebra crossing, it might warm up just a tad. Now going very, very late here, but that is beautifully executed. That's how you tackle that corner there. Difficult one for turn 18, but we nailed it. Turn 19, Barrianto 2. Turn 20, Barrianto 3, is it? I don't know. Still turn 19 on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. Going to the right here for turn 20 now. Firing it across the line in a moment's time. And we already have a 2-second lead ahead of Nora Newman, so we've absolutely smashed this one. So guys, as always, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment and subscribe if you did. Hit the notification bell to be alerted to every single DrAce upload. And upon that note, guys, thank you for watching, and ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.